Shannon, what did you learn last night?
Well, they continue to, the Rockets continue to impress me. They're the best team in the NBA this year. And I still believe they are the strongest contenders to unseat a healthy Warriors team. Skip, James Harden is special. And we saw in the video right there, Aminu and Lillard, they tried to double team him. And he pulls up from 27 feet and splashes a three. He has no weakness offensively, Skip. And the thing is that they put you in the high pick and roll. So now he's going to get your big. He's going to get Nurkic on it. Nurkic. He's going to get him on him. He's going to go by him. Okay, now, you try to play off him, sag off him. He'll raise up and put the three ball in you. They put the pick, and now he has Shabazz Napier on him. And he's just dancing, getting to the basket. And again, shot 15 free throws last night. So, and when you look at it like this, Eric Gordon played more minutes than James Harden and Chris Paul. Skip, he's a bench player. When you can have a bench player play more minutes than your two superstars in a game of this magnitude on the road against the Portland Trail Blazers, who were the hottest team in basketball, it tells me come playoff time, these guys will be fresh. James Harden scored 42 points in under 33 minutes. He's special. And I don't know about you, Skip Bayless, but I thought LeBron killed Nurkic last. But clearly he hadn't had enough because everybody's still dunking on him. How long do you think that Jarvik, I'm going to date myself, and you know about the Jarvik 7, the artificial heart, in the early 80s? They inserted one in Barney Clark. I don't know how much longer this artificial heart's going to last in Nurkic, but he's on everybody's poster, Skip.
Really?
But I told, everybody.
Man, I saw a completely different game. I don't know. Joy, I must have flipped to the wrong game. I don't know. Maybe it was just so late. Maybe it was the glasses.
Oh, you didn't see Capella dunk on him?
I did not see that. I didn't see it like you saw.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I saw it. Because I could see clearly. I was sitting up there with my glasses. My dog's looking at me like,
really?
What you got going? Exactly.
Yeah.
Skip, this is the best team in basketball right now. James Harden is playing unbelievable. Chris Paul. Because think about the start of the fourth, James Harden starts on the bench, and they extend that lead. So, unfortunately, we're going to talk about your team that you see as the biggest challenge to the Golden State.
Oh, I definitely see them. I definitely still see them as
but James Harden and the Rockets, they're special, and there's nothing he can't do offensively.
They may be special, but I am still not buying the Houston Rockets. I saw a very different game than you saw, and I got LASIK surgery. I don't know. That's all I got. I don't know. I got like 20/15 vision. I can see clearly. I can see.
No, you can't.
I saw a game last night in which Houston still looked terribly vulnerable in the late and close situation that game suddenly somehow became. And I saw Chris Paul III get away with another non-call on a gray area, borderline dirty play at the very end of that game that just drove me out of my mind. How does he keep getting away with what he gets away with? Is it because he's the president of the Players Association? Or is it because in the State Farm ads, we see such a nice guy, Chris Paul, hanging out with his State Farm agent, going bowling and playing charades? Is that the guy? Because the truth is, that's not the guy who plays basketball.
Well, because he's small, Skip. You don't think
he's
small...
He's just a cuddly little CP3. I'm sorry, but to all of your points, Houston had no business almost blowing a game in which they made 19 threes to Portland's 11. That's +8 times 3. That means you're +24 from the three-point line. What usually happens when you're +24?
You get blown out.
You just get blown out. And how about just the guard shooting? You got James Harden, who is very special, as we know, and CP3. They make 10 out of 17 threes last night. And the two other guards, Damian and CJ, combine, as Joy said, to go 0 for 12. That's +10 threes right there from your two guards versus your two guards. 10 times 3 is 30. You're +30 on guard three-point shots. It should be a complete and utter embarrassment, humiliation, wipeout at Portland. And just for that matter, how about just in the fourth quarter? Houston made 7 of 10 threes in the fourth quarter. Portland 0 for 4 from 3. So you're +21 from the three-point line just in the fourth quarter. And guess what, boys and girls? It went to the bitter end. Portland had a real shot with 5 seconds left, even though Houston was up, by 9 with a minute and, what was it here? I'll find it in just a second, but with about a minute and a half left, they go up 9 points. And guess what? Portland goes on a 7-0 late run. And it was keyed by yet another block by that guy who got killed by LeBron James, the guy who died. Nurkic?
Yeah.
Poor man.
That
he died.
7 about to run out, though.
He got his heart snatched completely out of his body by LeBron James. And we saw the zombie apocalypse last night because Jusuf Nurkic, I swear he was gone. At least he retired. You know, just gave up and quit and went home to, I think he's from Bosnia. You know, I think he went home. Nope. Showed up last night. Can you believe he went for 21 points and 11 rebounds and had 4 blocks? And his block of a James Harden shot, if we could see that, it keyed the run, the late 7-0 run. There's Harden up. Wait, that was the zombie got it. That was Nurkic who blocked it. And guess what? Nurkic blocked James Harden, by my count, 3 times in the lane in that game, and Harkless got him 2 more times. So James Harden, special, got 5 of his shots blocked in the lane because he just goes into the lane and begs for foul calls. And he just throws it up, and usually he gets them. And last night he's looking at the ref like, do you know who I am? I'm James Harden.
I watched the game very closely, Skip, and there are times that James Harden will come and throw the ball up. Nobody touches him.
Yeah.
But there's a method to his madness because guess what? Come fourth quarter time, he'll get that call. He shot another 15 foul shots. He shot over half of their free throw attempts.
He only averages 10 foul shots, and he shot 15 last night. And despite everything we just talked about, Portland goes on a late 7-0 run, and all of a sudden, CP3 has the ball in his hands, 28 seconds left. They are only up 2. And CP3 goes over to the right. Harkless almost stole the ball from him. It was real close. And then CP3 throws up a desperation shot, if we could see this in the lane, a desperation shot, and back irons it badly. And it bounds out. Here we go. Here's CP3. He almost lost it to Harkless. He just throws it up off the back iron. And guess what? We'd have to slow it down a little bit. He just shoves Aminu right in the back. Just shoves him right in the back, right there. Just shoved him right in the back. He is 6 feet tall. Aminu is 6'9", and there's only one way you're going to get the basketball from Aminu, who's going to get the long rebound. You have to just shove him in the back.
Whoa, Skip, hold on.
You have to call this.
No.
Yes.
I remember a Sunday when Pau Gasol used 2 hands to push LeBron in the back. And you said that was he pushed LeBron James. That's LeBron James.
Okay, but that was with like 3 minutes to go in the games. And this was with 5 seconds to go, and Portland's going to have the basketball with 5 seconds left and a chance to go to the other end and win the game. And with the momentum they had on their 7-0 run, 7-0 run, I would have given them a shot. So, was that sly on Chris Paul's part? Was it crafty? Was it wily? Yeah, it was all of the above, but it also is illegal. You just have to call it. He gets away with it all the time. What just happened the other night in Minnesota? Chris Paul kind of undercuts, remember Georgie Jang?
Yeah.
And Jang just didn't like it because he's always, submarining. He's pushing.
He plays hard.
Yeah, he plays real hard. He plays gray area hard night after night after night. And Jang just had enough of it. So as they go toward, they both chase the ball toward the sideline, and he just says, I've had enough. And he pushes Chris in the back. And then here comes Gerald Green comes flying, which he should have, to retaliate and protect his teammate. Yeah. And he got the $25,000 fine, which Chris Paul says he will pay. We'll see if that happens. But the point is that Jang just said, I've had enough of this little guy. He's getting away with too much. At least I'm going to push him in the back the way he pushes us in the back constantly and gets away with it. But to me, bottom line, at the end of the game, I saw Chris Paul get away with something he always gets away with. So if you want to go bigger picture, if you want to say he's going to bring a toughness and a cachet with the refs that will help get James Harden over the top, over over the edge that he can't get over in the postseason, I'll give you that. But we know that both of these guys have disappeared in the postseason regularly. Yeah. And again, I think both of them were starting to disappear down the stretch because they were starting to choke because they were missing shots. Chris Paul was missing shots.
But here's the thing, though, Skip. James Harden checks out of the ball game with 3:15 left in the third. They're down 5. When he comes back in the fourth quarter, they're up 6. What superstar LeBron James is not leaving down by 5. And up by 6 when he comes back in the ball game. He can barely get a break. Maybe Steph and KD, one of those guys can sit out and they're down 5, but you got one of those guys. But Chris Paul, when you have Chris Paul, you're going to basically, what they're saying is, the Rockets saying, We're going to get 48 minutes of great guard play. We will always be in to get whatever sets we want. We will be able to get into those because we have CP3 and James Harden handling the basketball. Skip, James Harden doesn't get enough credit for his handles, but he's unbelievable. And what makes it, maybe it's just because he's left-handed, and most of the great ball handlers that we can, you know, the Kyries, the Isaiah Thomas, the Pete Maraviches, the Allen Iversons, they were all righties. But Skip, he's 6'5". And when he sits down and he starts going to his leg, through his legs, and he darts, and then here you go. And the next thing you know, he skates back, pops up with a three. Now you hug up on him, he goes to the basket. And they're going to call it. Because if you look at him hard enough, even if he gets a layup, now he's at the line.
That is true.
And there's really nothing you can do. They made the plays, and this is what you have to do. You have to make the plays down the stretch. Now, we're going to talk about a team that didn't make plays down the stretch, being up by, 5 or 6 points with 20 seconds left in the ball game, and they lose. Chris Paul brings a dimension that James Harden now, he doesn't have to play those 40-plus minutes a night in order for them to win. He can play 32, 33 minutes because when they get further in these playoffs, they're going to have to probably bump those minutes up, but they'll be well-rested when they get to that point.
As opposed to LeBron James, who's playing.
No, wait.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.